I'm Marcellus. Welcome to another episode of Teen Scene. We have a great show for you today. Don't go anywhere. Kids, I'm your host, Teen Scene Marcellus. Today is all things Mexican. What do you know about Mexican? What kind of food do they eat? How about tacos and tamales? In America, we have Taco Bell. I'm going to take you on a tour of Mexico, so come along with me.
They're making a palapa here out on the beach. A little booth. You see, it's a little booth that they built in about 3 days. Now the palapa people are here, specialists in putting in the weave tops. They did a different palapa earlier today on the island here at Isla Mujeres, and so now they're doing this one. There are about 4 of them working on it. They have a ladder going up, and they bring in the straw. It smells like hay, actually. And they're pretty fast about it. I think they started this maybe probably in the last hour or so. They started this, and it looks like they'll finish in another hour or 2. They're tying it down, and it should weatherproof this palapa. We're right on the ocean here. This is the Gulf side of the island, right on the northern tip of Isla Mujeres. And today's June 1st, 2017, and it's around 4:30 in the afternoon Central Time. We're on Central Time here in Mexico. So I thought that's sort of unusual, so that's why we're filming this.
Did you like that? Don't go away, we'll be right back.
A lot of interesting things going on when it comes to careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, and it's really exciting to be able to share some of them with you. This is a very exciting career for kids, any kid, but in particular we'd like to encourage girls to think about being an engineer or a scientist because it's really a fun career. I worked for over 30 years as an engineer, and I can't think of anything I could do that would have been more fun than what I did, and what I'm still doing, in fact. So it's really a great thing to consider.
Welcome back. What do you know about Mexico? One thing, the language they speak is Spanish. Hola, está bien. That means, hi, how are you? And you should say, muy bien. That means I'm fine. Let me take you back to the tour on Mexico. Let me take you back on the road to Mexico.
We're at the south end, the sur of Isla Mujeres. They're trying to photograph the giant turtles that are floating off the back. There's a couple of them right there. Let's see. All right, they've disappeared. No, they're there. The two. Here they are, coming up for air. See them back there? There are several tortugas back there. You see it, Sue? You see them there? There they are. Maybe three or four. Let's see how this comes out. You see that? Three or four. And then they're together. Coming up. There they are. So we'll see how well this comes out. This is the maximum telephoto on this. There they are, floating in there. So this is quite unusual. We haven't seen turtles here before in the wild in this quantity anyways. There they are back there, floating. Can you see them? Still see them. Okay, they're floating there. Must be 4 or 5 of them at least. One came up for air just now. There they are. See them. There they are. So these are the turtles from the south side of the island, near the Mayan temple, right off on the Gulf side. they are, right there. There's another group next to them. You can see them quite clearly here. They're off maybe a couple hundred yards, I suppose, from here. See them? Floating. Must be a half dozen or so, looks like. They are back there. They seem to go in groups, well, many of them. They're there, floating waves.
Did you like that? Did you know the famous artist from Mexico is Frida Kahlo? Hey, look at this. We have a special treat for you.
Do 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 do.
Gee, Callie, you sure look happy today.
Oh, I am, Mr. Tiger. You see, I woke up on the right side of the bed today. Do you want to know why? I had a dream last night in which everything wrong in my life went right. And much to my surprise, it was a quick transition. It played out so vividly that it's hard to describe what it did to me. Suffice to say, I took it as a premonition. Today's the day I get a move on. Today's the day I change. Today's the day that I improve on who I am and everything I do. Today's the day that I break up with you. Just stop and think about all the times I gave in so that we'd work out. If you look at the score, I think I tipped the balance. But you probably think that's great, 'cause you take and you drain and manipulate. I guess every suck you bust is gonna have those talents. Today's the day that I get angry. Today's the day I fight. Today's the day that I harangue the telling off that's way past overdue. Today's the day that I break up with you. Don't look at me like that with your cute pouting lips and your big sad eyes. It's time for you to see that the world is the world universally, and nowhere does it say that you can run my planet. So you take our history and your need for control and commisery, brace yourself real good, and go ahead and cram it. Today's the day that's like no other. Today's the day I win. Here's a toast to starting life anew. Today's the day that I wake up. It's time to say I've had enough, 'cause today's the day that I break up with you. Toodaloo.
Did you like that? Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm Austin Russell. I'm the team leader for Luminar Technologies. We're based up in the Bay Area by Stanford in the US. I started at a really young age, sort of getting really interested in some aspects of computer science and software development. Then sort of moved on to some of the electrical engineering, computer engineering aspects of that. Did a bit of independent contracting at this time. This is a few years ago when I was really young, about like 10 or 11 at that time. Since then, though, and over the past 4 years or so, I've gotten really into specifically photonics. We can add whole other dimensions of information when you manipulate light over just purely, let's say, acoustic or electrical phenomena. For the past few years, I've been focusing on developing some various new imaging technologies. They're called LiDAR and hyperspectral imaging systems, both of which are high resolution and in real time. The LiDAR system that I was developing, it's able to measure not only sort of an X and a Y axis of a field of view like a regular camera, but also a Z axis, as in the depth of each pixel within the individual image. So you have an entire high resolution depth map that can span distances even up to a kilometer. The second sort of imaging modality that I also we're developing is a real-time hyperspectral camera system that's actually able to identify the molecular composition of all the objects within the field of view completely in real time. It's able to send out a very short pulse of light into the environment to 2 million different locations, all in 1/60th of a second. There are current systems that exist that do this. However, unfortunately, they're extremely costly, often tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also very bulky, about the size of, maybe this large, the size of like a mini fridge, you could say. So right now we have it down to the size of a few pennies. I definitely see how a lot of these technologies that were originally presented, decades ago, some of the original Star Trek episodes can actually be realized today. It's definitely sort of a great foreshadow for what's to come.
Do you know what that was? That was the Mexican hat dance. The other one is the cucaracha. The cucaracha, the cucaracha, the cucaracha, the cucaracha, the cucaracha. In Mexico, the bands are called mariachi. Let's have a look at this. Wasn't that cool? One of their main feast days is Our Lady of Guadalupe. Did you ever hear about the Our Lady of Guadalupe? I have this to share. was really inspiring. I'm going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Okay, here we are at King's Bath, where we like to snorkel. It's a real nice, calm snorkel place. There's some good fish and good coral around it. So there's a lot of spiny sea urchins attached to the sides. You have to watch out for them. They'll hurt you. And there's lots of little tiny hermit crabs. We pull up and put them on the deck here and watch them crawl around. Okay, so here next to it is one of the hatched chicks. Can you see it in there? And the mother feeds it every once in a while. We've had pictures of that. I wish I could zoom in. Let's see. There we go. Can you see the little hatched chick? I think it's about 3 days old because we've been tracing it for about 3 days. We've also taken pictures of the mother feeding it little twigs and things. See? So the mother was sitting on eggs and then it hatched. We didn't get the hatching. That would have been fun. And now here's the little chick. So we thought that was sort of interesting. We have a lot of regular pictures of it, but we thought we'd take a little movie here for those who would like to see it. See the chick? A little earlier it was sleeping. I was going to get pictures, but it was sleeping. So now it's sitting there. It's able to waddle around a little bit. Let's see, right now it's not waddling, but you can see it there. There it goes. There's the little chick. See it moving? Okay, so we thought that was sort of interesting also here.
Famous drink in Mexico is tequila, and most people just drink soda. There are 123 million people in Mexico. Now let's go back and see some more of Mexico.
Here we are at King's Bath at Maya Reef Hotel. We're looking at a bunch of seagulls sitting on their eggs. You see some of the eggs there? They're sitting on their eggs. And in a minute we'll show some hatched ones that are hatched into little chicks. But each of them are sitting on an egg. They have been for the days that we've been here. We've been here a week. And a couple of them have hatched now. And we're able to see the little babies, the little chicks. Let's see, you can see the eggs. Alright, I'm going to stop it. We'll see some hatched ones. I'm taking a panorama of the south part of the island, Point de Sur, Isla Mujeres. Now we're just taking a panorama to the south side. And go this way, we'll see Cancun's hotel zone. Zoom in on that. Hotel zone here. And Punta Cancun, Puerto Cancun, well, goes this way.
I hope you enjoyed your tour of Mexico today.
Someone using the zip line. Here we go. The first segment of the zip line. Then they go to a couple of other segments. Alright, here's a panorama of from the zip line over the rest of Garifon. The reef is back there. You see the reef. Not many people at the reef today, it looks like. And then the rest of Garifon. And again, another person going on the zip line, the first segment.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time on TNC.
Little extra